In World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King Classic, you'll face dozens of different dangerous, strange, and horrific monsters on your journey through Northrend.
I think from me leveling with Guzu in our adventure, I actually got to have this amazing journey through everything. Within a speed level, we like delved in, fully immersion, second life, good content, man.
One of the first is the barbaric Vrykul, who have an extensive history and a wide variety of lore.
Wait, I think I already watched this. I watched this. You guys want an explanation? I could do a little explanation. Here we go, baby. Ready? There's a god, and he's big and buff, right? Big fingies. Let me turn on a song. Huge, massive guy. I'm gonna summarize this video in like 2 seconds, okay? And he has a massive second leg, okay? Anyways, he has babies, and there's babies. These guys are like super babies. But then these babies have babies. And then this guy named Yog Mamas has a lot of teeth. And he's like a boss. He's like a god, corruption. He like tentacles these guys. And then now these guys make babies, but they're like deformed babies. They're like small gigasoy babies. And these gigasoy babies are told to be killed off. But then these mommy and daddy, they don't want to kill off their babies. So they send them off and they go to Stormwind, and that's the human that we play in WoW right here. And that's pretty much it. And then there's like Frost Mommy, Valkyrios, which are working for artists, and they suck their PP. And if they suck it enough hard, they become a Valkyrie and they get to fly. That's pretty much it. That's the whole story of that thing. Yep. What about this one? Nerubian lore. I believe I have not seen this one. We could watch this. Nerubian lore with PlatinumWoW.
In World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King Classic, there are plenty of enemies you can find all across the surface of Northrend. But sometimes the real threat you need to worry about is what lurks beneath the ice. The sprawling...
Dude, Guzu and I, we know all about this. We duo dungeon, man. We were in here for hours.
City of Azul Nerub,
holy, was that hard.
Called the Nerubians is Northrend's dark kept secret.
Wow, dude, she looks kind of cool. I never saw like the details.
How did they get here?
I always see like the leg POV.
Who do they serve? And how can you make sure that they never get...
Man, I've tried to play WoW with an Xbox controller for 2 days now, and getting used to these controls sucks. The WoW controller support is god-awful. Anyone ever successfully actually played WoW with an Xbox controller?
Why are you playing WoW on Xbox controller? Get a goddamn keyboard and mouse like a real gamer, okay? Don't play games with controllers, dude. Can I say this, chat? This is like a big topic. People might get pissed. I think consoles suck ass. PC, master race. Console, beta cuck. They have to make like God of War only PlayStation so people buy PlayStation. That's a cuck move, dude. No one wants to buy that shit, so they make it exclusive only. My PlayStation, we use that for like Blu-ray, put the DVD and watch. Dude, I never played that shit, chat. PC has everything, man. I don't know why people buy consoles. Consoles are a ripoff. They freaking update it every time. You have to pay like $500 each time. I think PC is the master race. You just buy a part you want to upgrade, put it in, bam. You literally have everything. Easy peasy, dude. Play on a computer, use mouse and keyboard. You could do more than playing games. You could be like Mauled and make art, or you could like progress in the chat with your sausage. You could do so much more with PC, chat, okay? Alright, let's continue this video.
Within a 50-foot radius of you, because by the light they are horrifying. Well, thankfully, I can answer some of those questions. My name is PlatinumWoW, and let me give you my interpretation of these earth-dwelling, nightmare-fueled creatures. Our story begins 16,000 years ago. The troll and old god insects called the Aekir waged war with one another in violent battles. The trolls pushed the insectoids all across to different corners of Azeroth.
Okay.
Eventually, the trolls would be victorious in their war, but that does not mean all of the Aekir necessarily died. These pockets of isolated creatures would eventually evolve into their own distinct races. For example, the ones in the southwestern side of the continent, by Encourage, would turn into the Karaji. The ones in the southeast would turn into the Mantid. And finally, the ones in the north stumbled upon a Tolvir society and subsequently killed or enslaved all of them.
Tolvir sucks!
Now, over time, these Akir would eventually evolve into the Nerubians we know today, and repurpose the Tolvir architecture with a variety of other inspirations to make it look edgy and cool. Now, between the time frame of 16,000 years ago to somewhere around modern day, the Nerubians stopped worshipping the old gods entirely, and really we can only speculate on why. Perhaps they didn't have good contact with them, seeing as Yogg-Saron and the rest were locked up in maximum security prison. Maybe it was because the old gods didn't try to assist them in some sort of manner during the previous war, so the Nerubians learned to resent them. Or perhaps the Nerubians were just going through an angsty teenager phase, revolting against authority with all their new brooding architecture. Point is, the Nerubians are in a unique position on Azeroth, because they are some of the few who don't worship any sort of gods and are their own independent faction. But this didn't stop them from expanding their empire to an incredible degree. They enslaved the Jormungandr worms to help carve out their city of Azul Nerub that is rumored to span half the length of Northrend. Now in the city, there are a bunch of different types of Nerubians.
I love this speedo, it's so cool, man.
That exist, all with their own unique strengths and weaknesses. There are Nerubian spiders, flyers, and your normal basic run-of-the-mill Nerubian. One of the more substantial sub-races are the Nerubian seers, who are the most intelligent beings in the entire faction, and you'll typically see them take on the roles of sorcerers or advisors.
Wait, we have a prediction going on? What is the prediction? / prediction. How many tries? Oh, wait, we did one pull. There you go, chat. EPC.
Who? Well, Spider Lords are the mighty leaders of the Nerubian society. Anubarak is the king of kings in Azul Nerub, who rules over his underground lair.
Anubarak is so cool, man.
Or should I say a claw or thorax or... Okay, hold on, let me check here. Okay, so their arms are called raptorials. See, not only are you learning lore, but biology as well.
Wow,
okay,
raptorials, chat, take notes.
Expanded their empire for thousands of years until a familiar threat you may be aware of dominated the landscape above. Atop the frozen throne, the spirit of the Orca shaman Ner'zhul was encased in ice and was the first instance of a Lich King. From his throne, he used his immense psychic and necromantic powers to build an army of undead called the Scourge. And this sudden, rapidly expanding army did not go unnoticed by the Nerubians. They knew they needed to stop the Scourge
He looks kind of cute though, look at him, Jai. Isn't he cute?
Fast as possible before they spiraled out of control. The insectoids used their complex network of caverns to their advantage and would hit the Scourge fast and hard.
Oh shit, oh shit!
Their first assault was on the Lich King's fortress of Ice Crown Citadel.
Wait, they attack like this? This is cool lore, dude. I love this.
Much to the Scourge ruler's dismay, the Nerubians were immune to his telepathic powers of domination and the plague of undeath. But the Lich King had one more trick up his sleeve.
Bone Storm! The Scourge will wash over this world as a swarm of death.
This boss is so cool. I love both. Holy moly! Damn, that guy carried Ice Crown then. He looks badass.
Even with their natural resistances, the Nerubians still could be raised into undeath and be forced to join the ranks of the unstoppable Scourge.
Oh, so the Nerubians, they're like reborn, they're undead. I didn't know that. I thought they were still spider people just working for Arthas.
And although the Nerubians made a valiant attempt to dismantle the undead, their aggressive attacks would only attract the ire of the Lich King.
Wiped on first
Now
boss. They
and then,
actually
the roar
wiped on
of the
first boss.
spider was in full motion.
Wait, why was Underbark helping artists then?
The Scourge army hit the underground kingdom of Azul Nerub with an unending wave of undead.
Man, they fucked with the wrong
With
people.
every dozen of Scourge they would slay, 2 dozen of them would stand in their place. If the Nerubians were going to survive this, they need to use everything.
Oh,
at their
Underbark
disposal.
was dead?
Hadronox is a monolithic spider that was released by the Nerubians that slayed countless.
Chat, you know how he puts these models in 3D Blender, and 3D Blender makes the models look super cool? I think WoW should do a WoW 2 after Dragonflight. And whole new graphic, whole new combat, insane horde.
Scourge in the kingdom of Azul Nerub. Even to this day, when players enter the kingdom, he is still constantly slaying any and all undead who dare challenge him. But such
Good
strength
shit, man.
was
It's
not
time for
enough
WoW
to
2,
save
man.
the entire kingdom. Some Nerubians attempted to cut their losses and
What the fuck, they have shovels?
flee from the city and dig deeper into the earth. This would be a fatal mistake, as they accidentally awakened the old god minions, called the Faceless Ones, deep within the earth. Now they were fighting a war on 2 fronts, and this would be the Nerubians' death knell along with their leader, Anubarak.
Oh!
Now raised into undeath, Anubarak's mind was dominated by the Lich King, and unwillingly slaughtered any and all who resisted.
I didn't know, dude. I remember his was like, my might cannot be matched. Indubitably. I thought he was just very loyal to Lich King. I didn't know he was slain and like reborn, chat. Look at this tiger. Chat, this is a fierce tiger. Fierce tiger from the jungle, of course.
Against his new master, even the Nerubian servants who once praised him.
Slain and turned into tier 3 sub. Damn, I didn't know that. Oh shit!
And long after the War of the Spider, the Traitor King would become one of Arthas's most valuable servants.
Why is he called Traitor King when he's mind controlled?
And help him in his venture to the Frozen Throne. Yes, go forth, my steed.
Stop, you're ruining my immersion right now.
But let's get back to the war. Yeah, no, the Nerubians, they lost big time. All of the slain members of the city were raised into undeath to be loyal members of the Scourge, and various ziggurats in the city were transformed into floating necropolises, which would be a huge benefit to their new masters. And most importantly, the Scourge marketing manager came in and explicitly stated that the Nerubians needed to change their names to ensure that they stay on brand with the Scourge. So for example, the basic Nerubians, they're renamed to Crypt Fiends, and Spider Lords would be renamed to Crypt Lords, for no particular reason other than they sound cool. And the Nerubian society was totally absorbed by the Scourge, and now must unwillingly follow the Lich King's every command from their corrupted husk.
I didn't know they were dead and reborn. I thought they were
their
just
former
normal
city.
spider people.
And that's the end of our story. Okay, bye. No. Let's not have our story end on a depressing note. When players arrive at Northrend years later during the Wrath of the Lich King, they team up with some of the few remaining Nerubians who have somehow survived the Scourge onslaught. This small group is called the Azul Anak, and gives you quests for the 2 Nerubian dungeons, Azul Nerub and Anket.
We did those, chat.
So go forth, players, avenge the Nerubians, and reclaim the city of Azul Nerub from the Scourge. And while you're at it, get some loot because, let's be honest, I know why you're there. But the fallen city of Azul Nerub is not the only place you can explore in Northrend. Oh, no. There are plenty of other places to explore.
Oh wait, this was
and
uploaded
enemies
in
to
World of
defeat who are
Warcraft?
not nearly as horrifying.
Oh, that's
Most
so
of the
cool,
time,
man.
In Wrath of the Lich King Classic.
PlatinumWoW video, great video. See you guys go in the chat. Bam. Okay, gentlemen, I need to do my daily BG. Do you guys want to do a daily BG to get some juicy points